Hello, YouTube. We are doing a seafood boil, as Miss B Loves Life says. I'm obsessed. Like, y'all know how much I love seafood. I'm not even trying to be a mukbanger, but I'm not. I just enjoy, for one, eating seafood. Look at all of this. I got some Brussels sprouts. I actually cooked them in my seafood boil. Some hot Italian sausage. Some crawfish, or as we call them in the South, crawdaddies. Some mussels. Some boiled egg. Some colossal shrimp. And I got some lemon and some butter sauce. I don't know if I can arrange it so y'all can see the food or not. I'm not going to edit this much. I just want to say a message like I always do on Sundays. And I'm gonna eat some food. Let's get into these crawdaddies. I kind of already ate this one. There's a freaking fly in here. I know y'all saw me swat at him during my prayer. You wrong if you try to eat somebody's food while they praying over it. It's dirty. We've already been. I got this on top of a box of like a big, you know those containers at Walmart, the platters with a plastic lid. I think I like the Brussels sprouts with this. You know, we mukbangers. People have corn and potatoes, but you know I'm a ketoer, so we can't have all that. So I'm having gotta find like other vegetables that I can have with mine. You know. Lemon rain. These are fire. juice got all up in here. Suck the head first.
You gotta suck the head first? You suck the head. I ain't gonna suck the head. I just take the tail. Oh, okay. You throw this part away, huh?
Yeah, but you gotta suck the head first.
You gotta suck the head first? You suck the head. I ain't gonna suck the head. I just take the tail. Yeah.
Some flavor in there. Yep. I hate the claws too.
Kind of small.
Yeah.
Little crawfish. I like to eat the tail. And what's that?
These are mussels. This is Brussels sprouts. That's shrimp.
Mussels? Where you see Brussels sprouts?
Right here.
Oh. What's that?
Oh, this is an egg.
Oh, okay. You know what I said. That look like an egg.
Mm-hmm.
And this is shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
You buy this already prepared or you cook it yourself?
Cooked it. Put it all in one pan with some seasoning, and butter, and lemon.
You like that seafood, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You should have been grew up down on the bayou.
Should have. That was my paw. That actually explains my YouTube name. I think I talked about this before, but I don't remember. But my dad is actually from Louisiana, but he came up here before I was born. So obviously I've been, you know, we used to go back when I was little and stuff and visit with my family down there and everything, but I'm actually born in the city, so that's why I put Southern Belle from the city. My family is from the South, and my personality
You're not gonna eat all that, are you?
save some for Janetta.
Save some for Janetta.
Yeah, you just make a lot for the purpose of the video.
Oh, okay.
My personality is that of a Southern Belle. And I feel like that's due to how I was raised. You know, you can come from anywhere, but how you're raised is what really matters, and who you're raised by. I was fortunate enough to be raised in a two-parent home by two Christian people. My mom's from the country, but she's not from the South. She's from the northern countryside. But they both, you know, shaped me and molded me into the person that I am. But my dad was always the one to teach me core values. To teach me how to be resilient, how to be resourceful. And you know how to just how to like stand up for myself, but how to show, you know, the people who I am without. My dad was really big on not showing a side of yourself that made people think you're another stereotype or another statistic. And so, you know, my mom was, she was influential in a lot of those things too, but my dad just really kind of, he taught me how to be a lady without showing me how to be the lady. You know what I mean? My mom was showing me an example of how to be a lady, but my dad was more of showing me how to respect myself, especially in the light of guys, and just showing me how to present myself and carry myself in a perspective of other people. Not that you should care what other people think, but how people see you affects where you go in life. You know, my dad was a very, very hard worker, and he worked the same job for 25 years, you know, and he just was a very good provider, but hard worker. He really instilled in me a work ethic, which kind of bites me in the butt today, because people take advantage of that. You know, not many people my age have the work ethic they used to have back in the day, but I get mine from my father. So when they get one, they just kind of want you to do everything. Pick up or to slap, because good work is hard to come by these days. Our generation's gotten kind of lazy. And so I think that's where my personality comes in. I have an old soul one, and because I have like an older Southern father, I was raised that way, and I kind of picked up his personality of an old soul, and I also have more of a slower, older school kind of pace compared to my generation. Now, you know, I was raised in the city, so I have my own character traits, but as far as when it comes to like my heart and soul and like how I love people and how I treat people, you know, our generation and in the city, people, we're kind of desensitized to humanity and to like how you treat people and how you value people. But I've always, had that, and it's rare. I don't find it in my peers. But that's because I was raised in a southern manner, kind of like a southern household within the city. But honestly, it's credited to my dad. his love of music, old school funk. It's crazy because you get so many different things from your parents. I got my mom's love of and talent of performing music, but I got my dad's love and appreciation of like old school funk and blues, you know, jazz. It's crazy what you pick up. And you know, men don't realize the impact that they leave when they escape the role of being a father. The things that you get never be able to be replicated. Now, some people are fortunate enough to meet mentors and other influential men along their way that somewhat make up for that. And I think those men are even more awesome because they take on, especially like stepfathers, who just take on the responsibility of molding and growing a child who they didn't lay down and have. When the one that did couldn't, you know. And it's actually another unique thing about my father. My older sister, my mom, was already pregnant with her when they got together. Completely raised her. He's the only dad she knows. She's never even met her biological father. That's her dad. I think it's a noble thing when you can raise another man's child and grow them, you know. So definitely celebrate him for that too. It definitely takes a village. But I want to encourage the young man or a woman who is without a father today. One, definitely celebrate your mom. And, you know, celebrate whoever was influential in your life. Whoever supported you and loved you along the way. And if no one did, you celebrate yourself. That you were able to grow up and be somebody despite the absence. But don't let that be your excuse. Don't let that be your reason why. Don't let that be your reason why not. Let me say that. I see a lot of people tell their story and why they couldn't get by while they couldn't succeed. No one to blame. The person that left them behind. But you can't give a person that wasn't there for you that much power. You can't. The best revenge is showing them what they missed out on. How many of those celebrities have you seen where they became successful and they, you know, done all these amazing things, got all this amazing money, you know, and they had absent fathers? Don't you feel like those people are walking around with eggs on their face? You know what I mean? Because they missed out on that person. And some try to, you know, involve them. They try to involve themselves back in their lives, and some allow it to happen. Because that hole never goes away. And you don't want to pass up an opportunity like that to learn and grow with your family. But I'm saying that to say that you know, give them something to wish that they had been there for you. You know, to wish that they had been a part of your life. You know what I mean? It's easier to leave when you feel guilty. It's easier for a coward to leave when they feel guilty. When you feel guilty, feel like should have been there, I messed up their life, you know, they don't leave you around or just make more trouble, you know, when you're going through. But when you rise up against the odds, and I say against the odds because people expect, especially young black men, they expect failure when a father is absent. They expect failure. So when you rise up and you beat the odds, and you really make something out of yourself, they can look and be like, wow, I'm proud of that kid. I did that. They want to be a part of that. And, you know, they might say, oh, see, they did just fine without me. But it'll just really make them feel like, dang, I missed that kid's whole life. I need to get myself together, you know? It's a sense of revenge. Like, Look at all that I missed. So, just wanted to encourage you to not be a statistic. And know that if you don't have a father that's been in your life, you always have a heavenly Father. And if your father has passed and he's in heaven, then you have two heavenly fathers. But there is a God who sits high and looks low, who watches you every step of the way, who is rooting for you and literally intervening for you to win and succeed. Succeed. To grow and mature. And God is the best Father because He can move mountains that the earthly realm can't reach. And He can hear your thoughts and your times of deepest sorrow. You know, I talk to my dad often, and you know, I go to my dad for when I'm angry, when I feel like I'm being mistreated by the world, when I need car advice or financial advice. And I go to my mom more for like boys and stuff like that. Like my dad don't want to hear about that because he's like, you should have just stayed home with me and never talked to a boy in the first place. But one thing about God is you can go to Him about anything. I'm saving some stuff for my sister, but she's a little funny about seafood. She likes crab legs and stuff, but she can't get down with crawfish and mussels and stuff. But I'm gonna take it out of the shell and maybe she'll eat it. But anyways, there's nothing you can't go to God about. He hears your thoughts and prayers, and He intervenes on your behalf. His desire is to make you whole, and it's a blessing to know that. I just wanted to see what was in there. That one was really big. It's a blessing to know that you have a Heavenly Father that will intervene on your behalf, and His desire is to make you whole. And there's nothing that you can't talk to Him about. And I want you to know that today. So, in closing, 'cause I'm full, I just want to say Happy Father's Day to all the amazing fathers out there, whether they do it on their own or they're working alongside their wives, their mother, their children, or those who are co-parenting, those who are single father, those who are, like I said, co-parenting. Just those rock star dads out there. Mine was amazing, is amazing. And grandparents, grandfathers, you know, my grandfather was my hero. And to this day, it's been 5 years since he's passed, and like to this day, it's still just, sometimes it just overwhelms me. But he was an amazing grandfather. I spent a lot of time with him as well. Every summer, I stayed at their house for the entire summer until I went back to school. And he was amazing. But, so happy Father's Day to them. And just to you, to your father is absent, keep your head up. Just keep pushing. Don't let that be your reason why not. Please. Don't let that be your reason why not. And to you moms, doing the daggone thing. I know you feel like sometimes fathers get off easy. But just know that your day is coming. And one day those kids are going to grow up, and everything that you worked so hard for without help, it will come when you can be appreciated and paid back. You know, you'll never be able to be repaid for all the things that you did as a mother over the years, but you will see the fruits of your labor. I commend all of you. My phone is about to die. I'm full. I'm about to run out of storage space. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with a friend. And I hope you come back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. And I hope you continue to come back. Hit the notification bell so you can get notified when I post a video. Mwah.